The soldier they laughed at brought their family back together. Part 1. The Scars of War. In the quiet suburban town of Maplewood, nestled amid sprawling lawns and quaint houses, lived the Anderson family. The Andersons were a picture of suburban perfection, a family of four with a seemingly idyllic life. But beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to appear. Into this seemingly perfect world walked Jake Miller, a former soldier who had returned from war with visible scars and emotional trauma. Jake, a man of quiet strength and unwavering resolve, was an outsider in Maplewood. His experiences in the war had left him with a deep understanding of human nature, a knowledge of the fragility of life, and a profound appreciation for the bonds of family. But the Andersons, blinded by their own prejudices and insecurities, saw Jake as a reminder of a world they didn't understand, a world of violence and suffering. They ridiculed his scars, mocked his PTSD, and made him the target of their cruel jokes. "He's a broken man," Mr. Anderson would say, his voice filled with disdain. "He'll never fit in here." Mrs. Anderson would echo her husband's sentiments. "He's a constant reminder of everything we're trying to escape," she would say, her voice laced with fear. Their children, teenagers, struggling with their own insecurities, followed their parents' lead, joining in the ridicule and ostracizing Jake from their social circles. Jake, a man of quiet dignity, endured their scorn without complaint. He retreated to his small, unassuming house, finding solace in his memories of his comrades and the lessons he had learned in the war. He spent his days working odd jobs, volunteering at the local Veterans Center, and trying to rebuild his life. The Andersons, oblivious to Jake's inner strength, saw him as a harmless outcast, a relic of a world they wanted to forget. They dismissed his experiences as irrelevant and his attempts to connect with them as pathetic. Part 2. The Shattered Family. As time passed, the cracks in the Anderson family began to widen. Their seemingly perfect life began to crumble, revealing the deep-seated conflicts and resentments that had been festering beneath the surface. Mr. Anderson, burdened by the pressures of his high-powered job, began to withdraw from his family, seeking solace in work and alcohol. Mrs. Anderson, feeling neglected and unappreciated, turned to online relationships, seeking validation from strangers. Their children, caught in the crossfire of their parents' crumbling marriage, rebelled, turning to drugs and petty crime. The once happy and harmonious family was now a battleground of anger, resentment, and despair. Amidst this chaos, Jake remained a constant presence, a quiet observer of their unraveling lives. He watched as the Andersons tore each other apart, their words and actions fueled by pain and anger. One night, the Andersons' family conflict reached a boiling point. A violent argument erupted, leaving the house in shambles and the family members emotionally shattered. In the aftermath of the chaos, Jake, the man they had ridiculed and scorned, stepped in. He offered them a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and words of wisdom gleaned from his experiences in the war. He spoke of the importance of resilience, of the need to forgive and be forgiven, of the strength that comes from unity. He shared stories of his comrades, of the sacrifices they had made for each other, of the bonds that had held them together in the face of unimaginable adversity. The Andersons, their hearts heavy with grief and their minds clouded by anger, listened to Jake's words with a newfound respect. They realized that the man they had scorned might be their only hope for salvaging their shattered family. Chak Chan Roy. Doi Jai La Fantiep Teo Kwa Kauchuyen, Huang 5002, Tiep Noi Tu Fantrok, Bang Tieng An. Part 3. The Healing Touch. Jake's words, though simple, carried a weight of experience and wisdom that resonated with the Andersons. They realized that the man they had dismissed as a broken soldier was actually a beacon of strength and resilience, a man who had faced unimaginable horrors and emerged with a profound understanding of the human spirit. He spoke of the importance of communication, of the need to listen to each other, to understand each other's pain, and to forgive each other's mistakes. He reminded them that family was not about perfection, but about unconditional love and unwavering support. The Andersons, their hearts softened by Jake's words, began to open up to each other, sharing their fears, their insecurities, and their regrets. They apologized for their hurtful words, for their neglect, and for their betrayal. Jake, acting as a mediator, helped them navigate their emotional minefield, guiding them towards understanding and forgiveness. He shared his own experiences with loss and trauma, reminding them that healing was possible, that even the deepest wounds could be mended. He encouraged them to rebuild their family on a foundation of honesty, trust, and empathy. He taught them the importance of spending quality time together, of creating shared experiences, and of fostering a sense of belonging. Part 4. The Transformation. As the Andersons began to heal, they realized the profound impact Jake had had on their lives. They saw him not as a broken soldier, but as a savior, a man who had rescued them from the brink of destruction. They felt a deep sense of gratitude for his kindness, his compassion, and his unwavering support. They apologized for their past treatment of him, expressing their shame and regret. Jake, a man of quiet humility, accepted their apology graciously. He told them that he had seen their potential for good, even amidst their pain and anger. He told them that he believed in their ability to rebuild their family and create a better future. The Andersons, inspired by Jake's belief in them, vowed to make amends. They dedicated themselves to rebuilding their family, to creating a home filled with love, laughter, and understanding. They also sought to make amends to Jake, to repay him for his kindness and compassion. They invited him to share meals, to join them on family outings, and to become a part of their lives. Jake, initially hesitant, eventually accepted their invitation. He found solace in their company, a sense of belonging he had long craved. He became a trusted friend, a wise mentor, and a beloved member of their extended family. Part 5. The Legacy of Unity. Years passed and the Anderson family thrived. They had rebuilt their lives, their home, and their relationships, creating a haven of love, laughter, and understanding. Jake remained a constant presence in their lives, a symbol of hope, resilience, and the transformative power of compassion. His story, shared through word of mouth and local media, became a testament to the strength of human connection and the ability to overcome adversity. The town of Maplewood, once divided by prejudice and misunderstanding, began to embrace a new sense of unity. They learned to appreciate the diversity of their community, to value the experiences of those who had faced hardship, and to extend compassion to those in need. Jake's legacy extended beyond the borders of Maplewood, reaching far and wide. His story became a beacon of hope for those who had experienced trauma, a reminder that healing was possible and that even the most broken relationships could be mended. And so, the story of the soldier they laughed at, who brought their family back together, continued to be told, a timeless parable of redemption, forgiveness, and the transformative power of human connection. It served as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope could prevail, and that even the most deeply ingrained prejudices could be overcome.